Hello students. In last few videos we study about the agricultural pest. Now in this video we are going to study the stored grain pest. See, the name itself indicate that the stored grain pest means the pest which is actually, or the organisms which actually attack on the stored grain. Stored grain in Marathi we call it as, आपण जे धान्य साठवतो, साठवलेलं धान्य, त्या साठवलेल्या धान्याला लागलेलं कीड. स्टोर्ड ग्रेन पेस्टचा शुद्ध मराठीमध्ये अर्थ आहे की साठवलेल्या धान्याला लागलेलं कीड. ओके, मग आपण हे जे काही धान्य साठवून ठेवतो वर्षभराचं, तर त्याला कीड लागतं. मग हे जे काही कीड लागतं, तर हे वेगवेगळे किडे असतात बघा, की जे गव्हाचे कीड जे असतं ते वेगळं असतं, त्याच्यानंतर डाळींमधलं वेगळं असतं, पीठ असेल, मैदा असेल, ह्याच्यातलं वेगळं असतं. मग हे जे काही कीड आहे, हे वेगवेगळ्या प्रकारचे जे धान्याला लागलेलं कीड असणार आहे, तर त्याचा आता आपण स्टडी करणार आहे. सो इन प्रिव्हियस व्हिडिओज वी आर स्टडीड अबाउट दी agricultural pest, means the pests, specifically the insect pest which directly attacked on the crop and the crop which is present in the field. But here we study the stored grain pest, that is the pulse beetle. The name of that stored grain pest is the pulse beetle. And what is the difference, major difference? See, previously we studied the pest which attack directly on the crop which are present in the field, and here now we just study the pest which attacked on the grain which we are stored in our houses, and since we call those pests as the stored grain pest, so this is about the stored grain pest. Okay, here we study the classification of the pulse beetle. See, the pulse beetle, that is the name of that pest. Pulse, pulses. Everybody is familiar with the word pulses. Pulses म्हणजे ज्या वेगवेगळ्या डाळी असतात, कडधान्य असतात, मग ते आपण पल्सेस म्हणजे डाळी स्पेसिफिकली. मग the beetle which attacks on the pulse, or different types of pulses, we call it as the pulse beetle. So the pulse beetle is from class Insecta. It is from called order Coleoptera. Why we call it as a Coleoptera? Because it is a beetle. The name beetle indicates the order, that is the Coleoptera. Then family Bruchidae, genus Calosobruchus, and the species is the Chinensis. So here the scientific name of pulse beetle is Calosobruchus chinensis. Now, not only the pulses but remaining other plants are also there. So specifically the major host plant of the pulse beetle, they are gram, peas, cowpeas, lentil, ara. These are the different types of the we are saying that the grains on which the pulse beetle feed. While the remaining other alternative host, we are not saying that plant, but host grains are there. Okay, so here chickpea, maize, soybean, and remaining other pulses. So the pulse beetle specifically attack on every type of the food grain, but the major one is the gram, peas, cowpeas, lentil, etc. Okay, so this is about the classification. Okay, so here we are now observing the pulse beetle. See here, if you just observe the body of this pulse beetle, which is divisible into three parts. Okay, head, then the actually we are unable to observe the all thoracic region, but just for our consideration, the head is there, thoracic region is there, and this is the abdominal region. So the thoracic region which bears the legs, See, this is the here now I will just draw this is the first pair, this is the second pair of leg, this is the third pair of leg. Okay, so the first pair of leg, second pair of leg and third pair of leg which are present on the thoracic region. Even though the wings, these are the wings we are able to observe, those wings are also present on the thoracic region. So this is the antenna. Okay, only single pair of antenna is there and compound eye and mouth parts are there. How you are going to identify these beetles? The adult beetles, which are small, they are round in shape. The color of the beetle is chocolate brown in color. They are 4 mm in length. They are very small, though we are observed here the large size beetle, but actually they are very small in size. They are 4 mm in length, and the elytra possesses the dark margin. Elytra means the hard wings. Okay, here the wings, they are very hard and tough. So these elytra, they possesses the dark markings and white raised spots on the middle of the body also observed. Now when observed from the dorsal surface, the beetle, they present heart-shaped appearance. Just look at this beetle. Okay, and they possesses the two ivory spot in the middle of the dorsal side of the body, and they are the identification mark of the pulse beetle. So these beetles, they are with swollen abdomen. The grub means the larva, which is a legless larva. ज्या लार्वांना पाय नाहीये अशा लार्वांना आपण म्हणतो ग्रब. So the grub, which is a whitish cylindrical, fleshy and wrinkled and found always inside the grain, and it has a brown colored head. Okay, so this is about the identification mark of the grub. Okay, next we study the life cycle of pulse beetle. Here the in case of the life cycle, the matured female lay eggs and they laid up to 90 eggs. They laid the eggs singly on the seeds, or in some cases they laid eggs on the pod when the we are saying that when it is that particular yield is present in the field. Okay, सो पॉड्स ज्याला आपण शेंगा म्हणतो, तुरीचे दाणे सगळ्यांना माहिती आहे, तुरीच्या शेंगा असतात बरोबर. मग तसं हे जे काही तुरीच्या शेंगा शेंगा ज्या म्हणतो त्याला आपण म्हणतो पॉड. मग त्या एका पॉडमध्ये डिपेंड्स ऑन द स्पेसिस अगेन 3-4 सीड्स असतात बघा. मग हे जे काही पल्स बिटल आहे, एक तर ते सीडवर अटॅक करतात डायरेक्टली किंवा पॉडवर, म्हणजे शेंगाच्या अवस्थेमध्ये असताना त्या सीडवर अटॅक करतात. ओके, देन द इन्क्युबेशन पिरियड इज ऑफ 4 to 6 days. The young larva, they burrow into the food grain. And see, this is the young larva. Okay, grub, legless larva. Okay, now these legless larva actually they just burrow into the grain and they feed inside that grain particularly for 2 to 3 weeks. And these larvae, they undergo 4 to 5 molds. Okay, means larval molds are there. Okay, how many larval molds are there? 4 to 5 larval molds are there. Then the larva convert itself into the pupa. So the fully okay, before just start with the pupa, we studied the fully grown larva. See, the fully grown larva is about 1 centimeter in the length. It is a white in a color and it is curved in appearance. As it is a 1 centimeter means it is very small in a size and it is whitish in a color. Now this fully grown larva which enters into the pupation, and the pupation takes place a week means 7 days. So the 7 days are required for completion of the pupation. And after the 7 days, the pupa entered into the next stage. We called it as the adult. The adult emerges out from the grain after cutting a small round hole. And these pulse beetle, they completed 7 generations in a year, particularly in the India. Okay, so this is about the life cycle. How these pulse beetle, they damage the um, crop. Actually, not crop, but the host. Host means what? The pulses. So the pest, they attacked directly on the leguminous pods in the field from where they are carried to the storage godown. Different type of pulses like moong, tur, beans, masoor. Then these are the different types of the uh, pulses are there, and they are generally infested when the grain is whole. म्हणजे डाळ बनायच्या आधीच सीड फॉर्ममध्येच हे जे पल्स बिटल असतात त्याच्यावर अटॅक करतात. And the larva bores into the pulses and grains and feed and developed inside that particular food grain. And the infestation in case of the grain in early stages, we cannot detect it since the hole through which the larva enters is very minute. इतके मायन्यूट असतात ते की त्यांनी बनवलेलं होल सुद्धा आपल्याला दिसतच नाही का, कारण ते स्वतः मायन्यूट असतात म्हणून ते होल पण एकदम मायन्यूट बनवणारे आणि त्याच्यामुळे आपल्याला कळतच नाही अर्ली इन्फेस्टेशनमध्ये. तो डॅमेज ग्रेन्स, दे आर hollow from inside and bearing a small hole and are unfit for human consumption. Okay, so this is about the nature of damage, how these pulse beetle they attack. See, here we are able to observe the holes which are prepared by the pulse beetle. So it is the case of heavy infestation. The next one, control measure. See, in case of control measures, the cultural control can be achieved by growing the susceptible crops at least a kilometer away from the storage godowns, which are the main source of infestation. Here we are just keeping the crops away from the godown, means the field and the godown means the storage place. The distance between these two things or two spots must be large so that the pest not come from field to the stored grain godown where we are going to store the grain. Okay, then fumigation is the important method and which included here in the chemical control. So fumigation with the help of the methyl bromide is effective one, and actually it is very toxic. Methyl bromide is a compound which is very toxic, and when we fumigate the godowns, we have to take care due to its high toxicity. Okay, now see here, not only this but there are many other control measures. For example, see, the in English we are saying that the precaution is better than cure. म्हणजे काय, आजार झाल्यावर बरं होण्यापेक्षा तो होऊ नये याच्यासाठी काळजी घ्यायची. दॅट इज नोन एज प्रिकॉशन इज बेटर दॅन क्युअर. सो प्रिकॉशन हिअर इन दिस केस प्रिकॉशन मीन्स वॉट, प्रिव्हेंटिव्ह मेथड्स. म्हणजे त्या पेस्टचा अटॅक होऊ नये म्हणून आपण काय करू शकतो तर त्याला आपण म्हणतो प्रिव्हेंटिव्ह मेथड्स. सो इन धिस प्रिव्हेंटिव्ह मेथड we have to protect the fresh stock from the attack of the pest. How? See here, the first thing is that all of you, now whatever we are discussing the point, all of you are familiar with those points and you followed all those points in your houses, but still we are not thinking in that direction that yes, this is the better way of preventing the attack of the pest. हे सगळं तुम्हाला माहिती आहे, तुमच्या माझ्या घरामध्ये आपण हे नेहमी फॉलो करतो, पण हे प्रिव्हेंटिव्ह मेथड्स आहेत हे आपल्याला माहिती नाही, कोणी सांगितलेलं नाही. मग बघा, ज्यावेळेला आता आपण डिस्कस करू त्यावेळेला तुम्हाला ते कळेल. फॉर एक्झाम्पल सी, आफ्टर हार्वेस्टिंग वी आर गोइंग टू ड्राय द ग्रेन directly in the sunlight. Okay, and we are just keep that grain until it become 100% dry, means we are going to remove the moisture. Okay, and we are just try to remove the moisture till the moisture reduces to less than 8%. Why? What is the reason behind removing the moisture? Actually, the pests, they cannot multiply in the grain where the moisture is very less. जिथे मॉइश्चर नाही तिथे पेस्ट येऊ शकत नाही. मग जिथे बघा, आपल्याला आपण ज्या वेळेला कोणतेही धान्य साठवतो किंवा कोणतेही वाळवणाचा पदार्थ साठवतो, आपण तुम्ही घरात तुमच्या आईकडनं ऐकलं असेल की धान्याला जे साठवून ठेवतो वर्षभरासाठी त्याला ओले हात नाही लावायचे. का ओला हात लावायचा नाही म्हणजे काय, तर ओला हात लावला की आपल्या हाताचं जे पण काही पाणी असतं त्याच्यामुळे त्या धान्यामधलं मॉइश्चर वाढतं, त्याच्यातलं पाणी वाढतं आणि जिथे पाण्याचं कंटेंट वाढलं ऑब्व्हियसली तिथे हे पेस्ट अटॅक करतात. म्हणून केव्हा पण आपण घरामध्ये धान्य साठवताना, मग ते शेतकऱ्याचं घर असू दे, गव्हर्नमेंटचं गोडाऊन असू दे किंवा तुमचं आमच्या घरात साठवलेलं धान्य असू दे, आपण काय करतो ते पहिले धान्य उन्हात वाळवतो, कडकडीत उन्हात. आणि कडकडीत उन्हात वाळवल्यावर काय होईल, त्याच्यातलं मॉइश्चर निघून जातं, कोणत्याही प्रकारे त्याच्यावरती ग्रेन अटॅक करत नाही. किंवा केलं तरी परत आपण तेच करतो. बघा, एखाद्याच्या घरात समजा धान्याला कीड लागलं, गहू साठवले, डाळी साठवले, त्याला कीड लागलं, काय करतात, आपल्याकडे भारतामध्ये किंवा महाराष्ट्रात स्पेसिफिकली आपण ते धान्य परत वाळत घालतो, चाळतो ते बरोबर. चाळल्यावर खाली ते पीठ पण पडतं, त्या धान्याचं पोखरलेलं असतं ह्या किड्यांनी, ते पीठ पण पडतं, ते किडे पण पडतात आणि धान्य आता चाळणीत राहतं. ते वरचं जे चाळलेलं धान्य आहे, भले ते इन्फेक्टेड असेल, पण आपण ते परत एकदा उन्हात वाळवून साठवतो. मग हे काय आहे, हे ज्याच्यातलं मॉइश्चर कंटेंट आधी पण आपण सेम करतो, काय की त्याला कीड लागू नये म्हणून त्यातलं मॉइश्चर रिड्यूस करतो. कसं, सनलाईटमध्ये वाळवून. इट इज द सिम्पलेस्ट अँड फ्री मेथड. वी डोंट हॅव टू स्पेंड द मनी. सूर्य काय आपल्याकडे पैसे मागत नाही, चला 1 दिवस वाळवलं 100 रुपये द्या, 2 दिवस वाळवले 200 रुपये द्या, बरोबर. फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट मिळते आपल्याला सनलाईट. मग आपण हे एकदम इझी मेथड आहे आणि फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट मिळते आपल्याला ती, म्हणून आपण ही मेथड फॉलो करणार आहे. Then after drying in a sunlight, we are going to store that particular grain, dried grain, in the new gunny bags. And actually, when we are stored them in the gunny bags, the grain will be remain free from the infection. बघा, आजकाल आपल्याकडे धान्य साठवायला पातळ गनी बॅग्स, म्हणजे आपण ज्याला गोण्या म्हणू शकतो. पूर्वीच्या काळी गोण्या वेगळ्या मिळायच्या, आता प्लास्टिकचे ट्रान्सपरंट पातळ शीट मिळतात. मग त्या गनी बॅग्स, ते म्हणजे जे धान्य आपण वाळवलंय उन्हात, ते कशात भरायचे आपल्याला, बॅगमध्ये ह्या. ओके, नाउ नेक्स्ट अँड अ व्हेरी फेमस रेमेडी, दॅट इज यूज ऑफ नीम लिव्स. कडुलिंबाचे पानं वापरते की नाही तुमची पण आई आजी घरामध्ये धान्य साठवताना, काय वापरतात, त्या कडुलिंबाचे पानं. सो द नीम लीव्स, यूज ऑफ नीम लीव्स, देन मर्क्युरी, देन मिक्सिंग ऑफ ॲश, देन पावडर ऑफ द स्वीट फ्लॅग, rhizome. So these are the different types of the alternative which we are using, okay, for the or this method actually they avoid the entry of the pest in the grain. Okay, so these are the different types of the methods which we follow. If we follow, we call it as a preventive control. Okay, so this is about the control measure of the pulse beetle. Okay, so these are certain sites. Thank you.